Alright guys, what's up? SonicSol here. This time I want to talk about two big mechanics that some people are complaining about right now and the game ain't even out yet. And it's Drive Rush and Drive Impact. While these two mechanics have their own good things that they attribute to the neutral game, there's also a lot of other things that people kind of don't like. Considering how aggressive this game is going to be because of the way the drive gauge is implemented with its regeneration rate and cooldowns, this Drive Impact, a lot of people are like for or against, like, yo, you should react, oh, you can't react, etc. So I want to break it down. I want to talk about Drive Impact, and I also want to talk about Drive Rush a little bit. First and foremost, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I made a video a long time ago during, I believe, the first beta. It was over 6 months ago. So yeah, October 10th. I talked about Drive Impact, and some people disliked it, but most people understood what I had to talk about. I'm not going to go too much into detail about the other factors of Drive Impact and the checkmatey aspect of it. What I am going to talk about is something more important, which is reacting to Drive Impact. Drive Impact is 26 frame startup. A lot of people will say, well, just react to Drive Impact, man. It's so fucking easy, right? 26 frames, human reaction is peak 15 frames. But the truth of the matter is, when you have a tool like Drive Impact, right? Drive Impact is a move that armors through most, if not all, attacks. It has 2 hits of armor, and the 3rd hit causes hit stun. And it's 26 frame startup. Those 3 hits that you have to do, they have to be fast enough to be able to deal with this attack. If you fuck up as the person fighting against Drive Impact, it's a punish counter, and they get a big combo. And in the corner, it wall splats if it doesn't do a punish counter, and they get a whole combo for this. So it's big, right? Like, it's practically unblockable in the corner. On block, however, if it's blocked mid-screen, it is -3, meaning that you could block it and then take your turn back if you weren't able to immediately react to it. But this is if you have the drive gauge. If you're burned out, that -3 turns into +1. So yeah, like, you want to manage your drive gauge. The Drive Impact itself takes a bar away of drive gauge from the opponent on raw hit, and it costs only 1 bar to do. So the aggressor gets a lot of reward. They take your drive meter, they get a unblockable in the corner into a combo, and they basically are able to apply pressure from this move on punish counter. They get a full combo on punish counter. 26 frames and -3 on block when you have drive gauge. That's the downside, right? But you have to worry about this, Drive Rush. So you have to worry about Drive Rush as well. And the things that you could do from Drive Rush, you basically can do a low or an overhead, and both of these can be comboed from the mid-range. So if you're playing neutral, you have to worry about them drive rushing in and then essentially getting like a combo from this. And if you're somebody like Ryu, this can lead to a lot of damage. Now, you may be saying, oh, well, SonicSol, you just burned yourself out. But if I have all these resources and it's the last round and you're about to die, you just lost to a fast-ass low in neutral. You might not even be thinking about that because you're worried about Drive Impact, right? Like, if I hit you with this overhead in the Drive Rush, you're also going to die, right? Like, the overhead or the low from Drive Rush can lead into a lot of, like, terrible situations. So you have to worry about the overhead, the low, right? You have to worry about that out of Drive Rush. You have to worry about Drive Impact. You have to worry about me jumping at you. You have to worry about me, you know, pressing my normals on the ground against you and playing footsie range, dashing at you, right? You have to worry about all the different options of how I'm going to approach you. And then this Drive Impact smacks you in your face. So 26 frames, but you have all these different options that you have to worry about. And then, of course, you also have to worry about somebody doing drive parry to parry your projectile, or normal. They perfect parry, then they drive rush in the Drive Impact. Then you have to worry about that too, right? So not only can you be like, well, I'm going to go ahead and try to check his fucking drive rush, if you try to check it with a low forward or whatever, which is what you're gonna do, if you see them do drive rush and you're like, oh, he's doing this, I'm just gonna react and do low forward, right? I'm gonna do low forward. Then you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna do low forward to the drive rush, and then they're gonna do drive impact, and you're gonna get punish countered. And guess what? This isn't like other Street Fighter games where you can just autopilot your fireball. The game specifically tells you if you do low forward fireball to get in, you will get punished with drive impact. I bring up all of this stuff because it means you have to actively look for drive impact while also looking for all these other things. You have to react to the drive impact by canceling your pokes in the neutral, right? Like, the cancel window is very important for being able to react with drive impact. So you have the mental stack you have to worry about with reacting to drive impact and drive rush. And then when you finally see them do drive impact on your normal, you still have to press those 2 buttons on reaction. Here's what people don't like. Dandy J shows off. It's actually very difficult to do this.
Yeah, that one's not very good for that. Maybe it's, I gotta use buttons that I can late cancel.
I have to use buttons I can late cancel. See?
Yo, that's like, I couldn't even cancel it that late. That's why. Yeah, I can't do it with crouching medium punch or standing medium punch.
The window is so tight.
Just a little bit, you don't get it.
You can't wait. So that's why you have to do jabs. Because jabs have the lowest recovery. Jabs are cancelable into drive impact. So jabs and shorts is what you're going to be using to check these dashes. But because of that, you're not going to be able to get those big punishes. The only way you're going to get those big punishes, right, from your jabs is by doing this. You could use this to get a combo, right? But on the other end too, you could do your jab in the drive rush and then drive impact. Or you could just do this into drive impact. So that's why a lot of players are opting to do jab pressure up close on defensive players that want to do drive impact, because it will be easier to react to and you don't have to worry about the cancel window because the jab recovers immediately. As opposed to doing low forward or stand fierce, right? Where the cancel window is so much tighter. And it is made tighter on purpose. On the closed beta, right, if you look at the patch notes, they actually nerfed something about Chun-Li's crouching medium kick. So where the hit stop of it has been changed from low forward, crouching medium kicks that can be canceled into special attacks now have a hit stop of 9 frames instead of 10 frames. So the hit stop was 10 frames for Chun-Li, which is already very small, but then it's 9 frames now. Not to mention, you still have the cancel frames, which are not that many. So it's very difficult. You have to read your opponent who does a drive impact. You cannot react. Like, you cannot react to it if you've done like a normal, like a medium. It is exceedingly difficult to react with drive impact because the cancel windows are so tight. So it's almost as if you're like preemptively doing it. Like, you know your opponent's gonna drive impact. And it's those 26 frames, it's not gonna fucking matter when you consider the normal that you're doing before drive impact, the amount of recovery frames it has, and trying to late cancel in the drive impact from your normal. You're gonna get hit in recovery frames even after you press the buttons for drive impact. BrianF went through the same damn thing. When he was playing against the CPU, this is what happened to him.
Well, see right there, that was a perfect example. That exactly right there. I press crouching medium. I 1,000,000,000% press DI. I 1,000,000,000% press DI. It says punish counter on the screen. I had so much time to DI, but because the CPU is reading my inputs, and I pressed medium punch right then, the way it aligned, the mini game to me is, can you react to the DI and press DI before theirs hits you?
He literally did crouch strong, which is special cancelable. Luke can do drive impact out of that, right?
Well, see right there, that was a perfect.
Like, look.
Well,
see, he already did drive impact. He already did drive impact well before the Crouching Strong came out. And when the Crouching Strong came out, he tried to do Drive Impact. Because he saw the Drive Impact already. But because the cancel window is so short, and you can't late cancel, you get punish countered because you're getting hit in recovery frames.
I would have to cancel immediately the moment I press medium punch, which is human unreactable. So in a random toss-up scenario where he randomly tosses out DI, and I'm just trying to poke, there's a huge chance where it'll be humanly impossible to react to the DI.
There you go. Jig D says this, and I also said it as well. They want you to be looking for it while you're throwing buttons out. And that's pretty much what the design of the game is. You have to look for the Drive Impact. You have to know that the Drive Impact is a threat in the neutral. So you're going to see a lot of people preemptively doing fucking Drive Impact. Or they're going to do nothing. And they're going to wait for the Drive Impact and react. And as a result, it all adds to the mental stack. Do I think it's a problem for the game? Yes and no. It's not a very black and white thing. I put Drive Rush in it as well because I want you to really understand why Drive Rush is another factor of contention with a lot of people, right? The Drive Rush on top of Drive Impact is very, very much like a mind game. Within the neutral game, which is pretty much where the Drive Impact is going to catch a lot of people in the examples I've shown, in the neutral game, it is very volatile. It is very volatile. And it's very hard for people to deal with because of the added nuances of all the different approaches that characters are going to be able to do to you, right? There's going to be too many things that you're going to have to look for, right? Like, the high blade kick that fucking Ryu does is -10, but if he spaces it, you can't punish it. You can't punish it. So, there's so many different things you have to worry about that the Drive Impact is going to be there. And then the Drive Impact is there while you're poking. So then what happens is you cannot humanly react because of the cancel window being so low. So it's hard. It's just hard. Just react. It's 26 frames. But I guarantee you, so many top players are going to get hit because of that cancel window. And it's designed on purpose that way. Because they want you to think about what you're going to do with that poke and what you want to do out of that poke. Whether you want to throw a fireball, whether you want to hit confirm, which you're going to have to hit confirm, which is harder because of the cancel window, and whether you want to do Drive Impact. It's going to be very difficult. When it comes to people talking about reacting to things, characters such as, you know, Dragon Ball FighterZ Android 21 Lab Coat, who is a semen demon freak, by the way. You know, Broly has a very slow grab at like 24 frames, right? So this grab, he could do, it's 24 frames. He could do either that or a low. And that's it, right? But then Lab Coat 21 has 1 low, 2 low, 3 low, 4 low, 5 low, 1 overhead, the other grab, the shield, the lariat. There's like 6 or 7 options, and that's not even including Dragon Rush, Super Dash, Vanish, the sparking mix-ups. That's like so many different options to worry about. But yo, just react to the grab. It's just 24 frames, bro. It's 21 frames, bro. Just react to the grab, bro. 24 frames, just react, bro. Yeah, no. Fuck out of here. I wanted to explain that. I wanted to really clear that up because a lot of people just say just react, but it's not black and white, man. Anyway, that's all I wanted to really talk about. I appreciate you guys for coming to this video. And yeah, be sure to like the video and leave a comment down below. What do you think? Do you think that these mechanics are a little aggressive? Or do you think that it's okay? It's okay for the game. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely subscribe and leave that comment and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this. Anyway, y'all be easy.